Paul and Terry Nichols know a thing or two about horses. The pair own and operate Pennybryn Farm near Quesnel and run a therapeutic riding program from the farm, as well as many others. They also know a thing or two about veterans, as Paul is a veteran himself, having served overseas for our country in the former Yugoslavia. This year, they have created a non-profit charitable foundation in order to cross Canada on horses to raise awareness to the physical and mental challenges of returning Canadian veterans.
We're taking horses across Canada to raise awareness for the difficulties that veterans have transitioning back into regular Canadian civilian life. The original idea came from a trip to Vancouver where I had met with a shopkeeper. I was buying a necklace for Terry, and she recognized a regimental crest on my jacket. And it was like she asked, "Are you Canadian military?" I said, "Well, not anymore. I'm cleared out, but yeah, I was in the Canadian Army." And she went on to tell me a story about living through the siege at Sarajevo. 2 years she lived in an underground parking lot. And every time they went outside for food or water or fresh air, they had to dodge machine gun fire, sniper fire, artillery fire most nights. And it was Canadian troops that got her out. So yeah, she was telling me this story, and it's she was crying and I was all teared up, and that people in the lineup behind me are crying, and I realized the true power of a timely story, and it can change a person's life. So when our guys are transitioning back into Canadian life, wondering if the sacrifice and if the time and the effort and the heartache is worthwhile, then these stories are gonna change a life. The Canadian people love their troops. The difficulty is that when our troops leave the Army and move back into communities, they become invisible. So it's difficult to know who they are. So the idea of this ride is to move across the country with horses. We're going to leapfrog our administration area, about 125, 150 kilometer bounds. We're going to work with veterans groups like the Royal Canadian Legion. There's other veterans groups through word of mouth, there's social media, even just the Brotherhood. There's already guys that are coming on board, words out. So the idea is that these veterans will come, we'll put them through Terry's program, they'll get a half-day riding lesson. So once they're through Terry's program, then they'll come and join me for a half-day, part-day, whatever they're capable of. And we're going to ride through their own communities. So it's not about me riding a horse anywhere. It's about these veterans riding through their own communities, so that people will, they'll recognize their paper boy or the guy who wrenches on their car, or and that's the kind of awareness we need to raise.
We're leaving our farm and our business and our jobs, and we're heading across Canada for 9 months. That's we kind of get two responses from people. We get people that go, "You guys are crazy. Do you know what you have to do to make this happen? Do you know what this is?" And then we get other people that are just like, "Wow, that is so great. What can I do?" But we're the people that are going, "Wow, this is so great. So lucky that it is us." Whenever we put it out there to anybody, the response that we're getting is, "What can I do?" Yeah. And at this point, we're just getting our logistics together. We're finding those key people that will help us manage all of the people that do want to help, so that people will have a direction in the future for what they can do for fundraising opportunities. It will take quite a bit of support to get us across Canada, and the monies raised will go to support veterans and their families.
If you'd like to know more about Terry and Paul's Ride Across Canada Foundation, visit them on Facebook at Communities for Veterans or email them at pennybrynfarm@gmail.com. Reporting for Go, I'm John McKenzie.